Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are located a couple doors north of the original Montgomery Inn on Montgomery Road and across the street from Montgomery Cyclery. We do work on Instagram, X, Twitter, as well as Facebook, so enjoy those sites. I also do a monthly blog, and part of today's monthly blog is associated with why I'm wearing what I call my dress whites. And that's because it's an appreciation of all of the services that the nursing staff provided my wife as she had her second heart transplant. And I got to see them really work and really work hard. So this is my way of saying thank you to them. Today I thought I'd give a gift to our fans of Klipsch speakers, particularly what is now known as the Heritage. Others will refer to it as the real Klipsch speakers. And one of the things that's essential for the Heritage series is that the speakers be placed in corners. And when we were first offered the Klipsch product line, mind you, they spent 6 months trying to figure out why we were even interested in them, that we first put them in the traditional speaker position like you see with the Bryson speakers, or we have the Ariels. And we were using the KG4s, and they sounded like crap. So we followed Klipsch's instructions, which was put them in the corners, dope. And lo and behold, they lit up. Now, over the time period, I came across some various interesting stories and received a nice service manual, operation manual from Klipsch themselves. Because one of the interesting facts is that Paul Klipsch loved his K-horns, but his house did not have position of corners. So how did Paul do this? Well, it's pretty simple. And if you don't have corners that you can use in your home, maybe it's round, I don't know. Here's a solution for you. And that is to take the Klipsch speaker and literally build a corner for it to sit in. This is what Paul Klipsch did in his home. And how you build this corner is going to depend upon how permanent or non-permanent that corner has to be, because maybe your room has multi-purpose, so this has to be more portable or less portable. The way that I would do it, personally speaking, is you're going to have your base laid out, and I'm going to use 2x4. Then as I go vertical, so we'll look at a wall on the side, from the side, that while you have the end pieces, that your boards in between are unevenly spaced. Now, how many you want to use doesn't matter. What you don't want is for that wall to have the same spacing. This is one of the problems with sound in a lot of homes, because the studs are done 18-inch on center or 16-inch on 18-inch on center. So you essentially develop a drum head, because each of those spaces is going to resonate at the same frequency. So by making the spacing different, you're cutting that potential down and making a real mess of things. This is part of actually building a sound room as well. A lot of people miss this simple trick. Now, what you coat this with is going to depend upon how portable you need it to be. If you're going to be, permanent about it, then I recommend something affectionately known as Wonderboard. This is literally concrete board that is used in bathrooms. It's usually 3x6 inch in size, and they use the Wonderboard to lay their tile down. Anybody who puts tile over green board is just asking for mold and problems. It's a disaster. It's concrete board is the only way to do it properly. It's a very stable surface. But it's very heavy. So if you use Wonderboard on the front side for sure, you're going to have a fairly heavy object. I mean, these things are not light at all. The other option then is to go to 3/4 inch drywall. And I much prefer the rigidity of the 3/4 inch drywall as opposed to 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch will have a tendency to rattle. And of course they make, I think like 1/4 inch or something like that, which would make the wall fairly, fairly light to move. But now you're going to start dealing with vibrations off the surface, and that's something you kind of want to try to avoid. The dimensions out is roughly 3 feet by 3 feet to establish your corner to give that building out point for the low frequency of the Klipsch loudspeakers. Now, if you have something that's going to be fairly light and not permanent, you probably want to find out where those studs are and then put little angle irons on it so you really have control of the wall. It doesn't want to tip in either direction. It won't tip forward, but it may tip back or to the side. So that's where the angle irons come in. There are no audiophile angle irons that I'm aware of. If there are, let me know, and then I'll make a bloody fortune on them. That's about as simple as you can get it, but you can actually build corners for your Klipsch speakers when you have a room where you don't have corners available for you. I've done even demonstrations here when I have unequal surfaces, is I go run into my warehouse and I grab big boxes and I create a wall out of boxes real quick, and it has a significant impact immediately. This is doing it the right way for you, for your Klipsch lovers. So it's my present to you. This is what Paul Klipsch did for his K-horns. Happy listening.